Hey, what's up everybody? It's Austin from Brand Growth Experts, and I got a quick training today for you guys, and I'm gonna talk about what I call old thinking syndrome. So this video today, we're gonna be talking a lot about what is the difference between companies that continue to grow and really scale up e-commerce. I'm talking specifically about e-commerce entrepreneurs that specifically get a business that grows and scales up, and ones that grow and have a lot of potential and then they flatten out. So I see this quite often, right? I see that a business starts off and it starts going up, and it gets to a point right about here where there's some initial success, and then it starts to kind of flatten out a little bit. And what I've noticed is there's two opportunities, right? One is that it either will drop and go that direction, or other businesses will continue to find their second wind. Now the big question is, what's the difference between the companies that go on a negative trajectory and the ones that are up here? And these are the people that I like to work with. These are the clients that I've had the most success with, and I actually help my clients get into this field and avoid this. So what I've noticed is that what happens down here is that this point right here, you get what I call, you get traction, right? So you find a product that works and you figure out a channel that works. And this channel could be Facebook, could be paid social, could be Google Ads, whatever, could be Kickstarter. And what happens, the business starts to take off. It just starts to zoom and grow. And as you grow, right, what happens is you hit a certain point where maybe it's like right here, things get hard and they get expensive. And the reason they get hard and expensive is because you find a lot of the people here that are the first ones to buy your product, especially if you've got something new and unique, right? So the way that the algorithm works is that it's going to be finding people that are really interested in your product and finding lookalikes of the customers who've already purchased. What happens at a certain point, it gets to be a little bit more expensive. And what ends up happening is that it gets so expensive that it starts freaking out. And often what happens, people will diversify their traffic. They'll have all these different channels going on. And what I've noticed is that what's really important is right before it gets hard, or right as it gets hard, the difference is that you need to come out with new products. What gets you up here is new products. It's not continuing to push and doubling down on what you're doing here. It's thinking about the new products you can launch to your audience. What happens down here is that generally what I'll see is forcing growth. I'll see forced growth versus smart growth. And the smart growth is in the new products. The forced growth is trying to force sales through continued reinventing of advertising when your audience is a little bit burned out. And this is going to change based on your product, right? Some products have a lot more room to run than others, but every business, every e-commerce business faces the same thing. This traction to the hard growth curve. And this is where you want to get back to, right? This is where you want to get back to, and you can get back to it here if you launch a new product. Oftentimes, what I see is that growth kind of looks like this. We kind of think, when you look at the big picture of a company that looks very successful, we think that it kind of takes off and goes like that. And then somewhere around here, there's like an exit. What I've noticed is that it actually looks a lot more like this, which is, ooh. And each one of these things is some new normal in the business that is also there's also some sort of like a crisis afterwards. And this part is the crisis. And these new normals are usually new products. The quickest way that I think to really grow is to preempt the fact that you know you're going to burn out your audience, and to create new audiences, create new products to serve that audience. That's something I see consistently and something I work with my clients to avoid, which is, are you struggling because you're actually struggling because the marketing is not working anymore? Are you struggling because you're hitting a new inflection point? You need to figure out where to focus on bringing in some new products to the market. So if you like this video and you'd like to get some help growing your e-commerce business, click on the quiz button below, fill in some information, and I will let you know if we can work together and if I can help you grow your business and take it to the next level, right? Because I've got hundreds and hundreds of e-commerce entrepreneurs I'm working with to help them go from 6 figures to 7 figures and 8 figures. And I would love to work with you. So fill out that quiz and I will see you inside.